All right, so this is day 5 of week 5 of the JavaScript to-do list app. And in today's video, we're going to wrap up the week with adding some functionality to our to-do list. Right now, we are going to add a select or like check or uncheck all of the to-do lists. So now we're just going to put it here, like in this row, we'll have a checkbox. It'll say select all to-dos. And they'll click this. I mean, ideally, it would be kind of down here. But we will worry about that when we start to worry about the UI a little bit more. So let's head over to actually, before we do that, I want to make sure that we are going to be looking at day 5. All right, so in our last video, we tried to clean up our code a little bit, but did I not save this? Do items for day 4. Okay. Do items for day 5. So to do items for day 4 are done. Make sure that we've got that. This is actually week 5, HTML, day 5, and we're going to be doing toggle all to-dos. Perfect. So what do we got to do? Add a check or uncheck. First thing is in the view, we need to add a selector for the checkbox. Actually, before we do that, in the HTML, we need to add a checkbox or select or unselect. To-dos. And in the controller, we need to in the controller, we need to set up an event listener. Add event listener to selector to element checkbox element. And I think that we're going to need to do so for each if the box is checked, if the check box is checked, then for each to do, we need to, if not checked, then toggle check, toggle complete, skip if checked, if not checked, if checked already, and then we're going to save data, and we got to re-render, and then if checkbox is unchecked, and we have to basically do the same thing. If checked, then toggle. Skip if unchecked. And we got let's just put this save and re-render down here. something like that. So first, let's go ahead and put this to-do list element. I think that we're going to want to have a line break, right? So I don't think for any reason we need to have it like that. I mean, maybe we would want to have all this stuff inside of a div. Maybe. So it's kind of grouped together. And then we could have a div here, and we could have input ID equals toggle all to-dos, and the type is going to be equal to checkbox, and I would do a checkbox input. That's when I think we've already looked this up, but checkbox HTML syntax. Rather than adding anything I ask as a question here, type, input type checkbox, name value checked, label. Let's do a label for newsletter for the naming. And then matches the ID, I guess. All right. A label for toggle all to-dos. For now, and then it's going to be name. Let's make it the name toggle all to-dos as well. You have to have a name, I don't think so. Value, subscribe, let's see. Let's see what these things do. Our toggle to-dos here. Okay, so now back over here. Value didn't seem to do anything. Now we've got that. Come over here, and inside of our view, we are going to have a toggle all to-dos checkbox element. Query selector toggle all views. Okay. Double check that. toggle all to-dos, and then in our to-do controller, we need a new element, toggle all to-dos checkbox is.u.toggle all to-do checkbox element. And then here we can add an event listener. Inside of the init. This is going to be toggle all to-dos checkbox. Adding it. Hit listener. Click. Function. We gotta pass it an event. And then now 257. Let's get all of this. Controller. Line 257. So what I do is for each, we have the to-dos, right? Already kind of been through this. This model retrieve to-dos. Self equals this model. This self model. Self model for each. You want to have a function. Okay. For this, I think we need to have it unchecked to start. Oh, I guess let's see what it has checked. Okay, so Let's see. For now, click. So we say if the checkbox is checked, event target check. I guess we have to look this up. Let's say checkbox. In a JavaScript event listener, want to do something if the target checkbox is event target checkbox is checked. And target checked. Okay. You're on the right track. If event target checked, then self model for each and we would say for each do something, say function, we're going to pass it to index. Need to look up the for each syntax. For each JavaScript. Function number and index. Numbers, number and number, we want to do and to do's. For each to do and to do's. For each to do, we want to say to do if to do dot complete. It's not to do dot complete, and then we want to self dot will need the index. Self dot toggle complete index. else. So if the checkbox is checked, not checked, if not checked, toggle checkbox. If argument been checked, all right. I think this will work. Let's see. I'll go all to do's checkbox. Interesting. 257. toggle onto these checkbox and got it. So self model for each. This is self model to use. Self model. So weird. So All right, well, we've run into an interesting error here, or bug. Seems that, um, I guess when it's unchecked, I mean, we can use this to check them on and off, but it's just temporary. When we reload and marked back. Why would that be? Okay, so let's toggle all the to do. Test, that is off. Check this and then refresh. So the toggle all to do's. Swing itself. In my JavaScript to do list app have an event listener that toggles all the do's. I am storing it on the story. When page loads, it seems that if the checkbox is unchecked, all of the blue items complete properties not cleared, even though check out different. But code learning. Must be this. All right, let's try it with the change. Must be that it gets clicked. Okay, so it must be that when we're recreating our to-dos, that we're not checking the right stuff. New item. Okay, so when we're doing the add to do complete. There we go. All right. Well, interesting. Very, very interesting. So that's it. That wraps up week 5. And obviously there's some things here that could be a little bit better. Maybe when we clear the complete, we need to clear this, or when we reload. It kind of sucks that this doesn't just, like, if everything's selected, then there's obviously some issues, but stuff can be ironed out. Those are some good things for us to work on. So next week is our final week of this to-do app, and then we're going to move on. But it's been a journey, and this is definitely making me feel like a little bit more like an actual web developer. That we're kind of not just following a video, even though you might be following this video. I hope that you're getting across that it's like it's a journey, and that we're looking stuff up quite a bit. It's like we don't know how to do something, we're looking it up. We don't know how to do something, we're looking it up. So we've got a goal, something we want to do. We try to write out the steps, how we think we're going to accomplish it, and then we kind of tackle it one by one. So we're using kind of a process. Trying to get better at breaking down the goal into smaller problems. So again, chase your dreams. You can do this. It's important that you code every day, and that um, you push your knowledge further by tackling things on your own. So now you should be thinking, before you start week 6, add 2 or 3 more features to this. Now, we've talked about different features that could be cool. Potentially a priority, striking through completed to-dos. How can we change the to-do order? How can we add details to a to-do, like have a button that says show details, we click show details. How do we add details, like a new, basically a new property to our to-do item? Should be pretty easy now that we know how it works. So good luck, and we'll see you in week 6.